There's a river bending slowly past the edge of this forgotten town, where old secrets float like driftwood and the storms come crashing down. I've walked that muddy shoreline with the truth stuck in my throat, trying to scrape away the memories carved deep in every note. When I was young, I thought the world was made of promises and light, but even angels lose their shadow when the darkness steals the night. I learned too fast that trust can fade and love can cut you where you stand. And sometimes broken people hold a map you never planned. My father kept his demons tucked behind a crooked grin, said the river washed his conscience clean, but it dragged him back again. He taught me how to stand my ground, but not how to stay whole. Left me piecing together every splinter of my soul. Those nights I heard the echoes of the choices he denied, rusty chains around his footsteps, truth he buried with his pride. And I swore I'd never follow down the path he walked before, but blood remembers what the mind keeps trying to ignore. But I'm done with rusty chains and river lies, done believing that my past decides every dream I chase, every breath I take, every fragile step toward the life I make. I'm done carrying blame that was never mine, and drowning in the undertow of borrowed crown. If tomorrow brings a storm, I still rise, 'cause I'm breaking free from rusty chains and river lies. There was a woman once who held my heart like wildfire in July. She said I had a good soul buried deep, but I'd never learned to try. She stayed even when the nights got rough, when my voice shook in defeat. But loving someone half alive will wear down steady feet. One day she left a letter folded neatly by the door, said you can't outrun your shadows unless you want something more. I carried those words like scripture through the worst of all my days. Let them burn away the fog that kept me wandering in a haze. Years kept rolling like that river, cutting groove into my mind, teaching me that freedom often comes from what you leave behind. I learned that pain can be a lantern when the night is closing in, and that failing doesn't mean you're lost, you can still begin again. I started speaking truth aloud instead of letting secrets stay, started seeing hope like sunrise instead of running from the day. And though the past still tugs my sleeve with its familiar hungry pull, I won't let it chain me down when my future's bright and full. And there were nights I nearly folded, thinking change was just a dream, but the fire inside kept burning louder than the darkest scream. Now every step I take feels like redemption in my chest, proof that even broken hearts can learn to beat their best. 'Cause I'm done with rusty chains and river lies, done believing that my past decide. Every dream I chase, every breath I take, every fragile step toward the life I make. I'm done carrying blame that was never mine, and drowning in the undertow of borrowed crime. If tomorrow brings a storm, I'll still rise. 'Cause I'm breaking free from rusted chains and river lies. And I stood at the riverbank last night, lantern glowing in my head, feeling like a brand new person, learning how to understand that healing doesn't happen in a single breath of prayer. It's 1,000 tiny choices to keep standing, keep aware. The water looked like silver as the moonlight touched its skin, and I felt the past behind me finally loosening its grin. So now I step with purpose on a road I choose to walk, and the ghosts that used to haunt me, well, I've taught them how to talk. They don't scream or claw or whisper doubts that tear me apart. They just remind me where I've been and how I built a braver heart. I know the world is ruthless, full of twists that break the weak, but I've seen how strength is growing in the humble, in the meek. I'm not aiming to be perfect, I'm just learning how to try, learning how to lift my chin and meet life eye to eye. Yeah, I'm done with rusted chains and river lies, done believing that my past decides. Every dream I chase, every breath I take, every fragile step toward the life I make. I'm done carrying blame that was never mine, and drowning in the undertow of borrowed crime. If tomorrow brings a storm, I'll still rise. 'Cause I'm breaking free from rusted chains and river lies. I'm breaking free, I'm breaking free tonight, from rusted chains and every river lie.